Hey, yo, internets, you are tuned into the Combat Jack Show.
What's going on, my man?
Man, first and foremost, man, I don't ever want to lose the momentum in our support of our brother Taxstone, man. You know what I'm saying? Like my dude, you know, it's crazy what's going on. You got this obstacle in front of you, man, but we love you. You know, free Taxstone, man. Free the stone. Internets, hashtag free the stone. What's going on with you, man?
I'm chilling, man.
First of all, we sound crispy, right?
Super crispy.
I want to give a shout out to Rode Microphones.
Yes.
They presented us with these amazing microphones. Amazing microphones that are to be used exclusively for the Combat Jack Show.
That's right.
So man, please let the staff at Engine Room know. I mean, we're not getting, all diva-ish and anything like that, but, it's been a long time, man. All these shows are coming up.
Yeah.
But they've been kind of treating us, like stepchildren, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't get the, what's the comic book shit? What's the comic book shit, man? We don't get loot crates. We never got a loot crate box, ever. I'm saying the only cats that really look out for us, man, consistently is Bevel, man. So, the fact that Rode came in and gave us this microphones and it sounds so clear, man, you know what I'm saying? Let's make sure that these are, I don't want to smell nobody's mouth.
You could take them home with you.
I don't want to do all that shit. You can do that. You can. You know what? You're responsible for taking all the mics home. You screw them off and then put them in the box. You're the mic.
Shout out to Rode.
Shout out to Rode mics, man. Listen, man, I want to jump into this right quick, man. This man, I don't even want to say it like this, man. This man and his lovely wife, his partner, have shook up the literary world. I don't even want to say the black literary world because that's what they want to box us into. But over these past few years, man, his name has been ringing. I got to apologize to you, man, because there's been a lot of instances where we were supposed to meet. Yeah, no doubt. And it never happened, man. And I'm just so glad, I believe that things should happen at the right time, organically, man. And it just so happened that our paths, were able to cross today, man. I definitely welcome you to the Combat Jack Show, man. We applaud you for everything that you're doing. Internets, author of multiple bestsellers, breaking down the doors with Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? And using our stories, you know what I'm saying? Even though, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I don't want to categorize, but at the same time, lifting the genre of black lit, you know what I'm saying, black literary books to such a new level. Let's welcome to the Combat Jack Show, man, Mr. JaQuavis Coleman. Did I get that right?
Absolutely.
Yo, what's up, man?
Flint.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, brother. Thanks for asking.
Man, first and foremost, man, what the fuck is going on in Flint, Michigan, man?
Yo, you know
this I'll tell you, this episode was taped 2 weeks prior, but just today, the clown administration just released some statement that the EPA has now announced that the drinking water in Flint, Michigan is safe to drink.
Yeah, I'm heartbroken. My G, because the same water we was drinking 2 weeks ago that was considered bad, now it's good.
Right.
So they feeding this to our babies. My mother is like taking showers with bottled water. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's
been 2 years, right?
Yeah, because it's the norm. It's crazy now. It's like our way of life.
It's third world quality.
Yeah.
Plumbing, man.
It's water, man.
Yeah.
It's water.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to get into it. I get emotional.
No, but you know what you're supposed to.
Absolutely.
You're supposed to, man. We had Angela Rye on last week.
Okay.
And I was, this shit is depressing, but she was like, now's the time for us to really stay angry.
Absolutely.
And stay emotional. Yeah. Because these motherfuckers, like I said, man, like there's no perfect, presidential cabinet. You know what I'm saying? There's no perfect presidential administration, but this one right here is obvious in how they don't give a fuck about anybody's.
Yeah, they ain't waste no time.
No time. They don't give a fuck about women. They don't give a fuck about the LBGT. They definitely don't give a fuck about black people. They don't give a fuck about white people. So internets, if you're listening to this, please, because I get tired. I get depressed. I want to give up, but we're all in this shit together, man. We got to keep attacking this shit because the shit that they're doing in Flint, Michigan,
we gonna come up.
It's a crime against humanity, man.
Yeah, we're gonna come up. Yeah. We're gonna come up. We just need a little bit of help. And I do want to say this, if you don't mind me, like even like the celebrities, the rappers trying to help, right? They get cases of water and send it up, right? But those only last us 2 weeks.
Yes.
Like, fuck giving us fish, man. Give us a fishing pole. Come and sign some of them rappers. sign some of these talented singers, black activists,
bring money to the community.
Because we from Flint,
right?
You dig? So we gonna bring the money back to our people,
right?
Because I don't expect you to feel for Flint like I do,
right?
Bring the money to the person that's going to bring it back to the hood, and we can multiply it. Because one thing about Flint, we're strong, and we're going to survive.
And I'm sure y'all are a lot stronger having to undergo this shit.
Yeah.
These past 2 years, man.
Yeah, we're going to get up, though. We ain't going to make it a cry fest.
Yeah.
But just help us. Sign some of these niggas that's spitting. Sign some of these beautiful actors, actresses, personalities. We got Noah Watson, phenomenal. Project Kobe, Veli Beretta, Cassius, Gun Hood Zeke. And I'm spitting this because we ain't going to never get this chance again. So I'm letting it go.
Cassius is fire.
1000, Meso, Pistol Bricks, Mook, Fats, Jimbo. We got niggas spitting. Don't send no $100 worth of water in the $500 U-Haul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give us opportunity and watch what we do.
Yes, sir, man.
But it's cool. We gonna come up, man.
No,
I want to smile, man. I don't want to frown.
Nah. And you know what, man? Like you know, like I said, man, going back, like Angela really affected me last week, man, because you know I was asking her, you know, how do we change, you know, the Democrat Party? You know what I'm saying? How do we change that? And she was like, yo, fuck the Republicans. Fuck the Democrats. We got to take care of us right now.
Politic ourselves.
And just that whole paradigm shift. It's like, you know what? I knew this, but I got it. We got to take care of ourselves because ain't nobody giving a fuck about ourselves. Now let's get on to like something lighter, man.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Now, how you feeling,
I'm just glad
man?
to be. I'm good, man. I fuck with you, Combat.
Thank you,
I
man.
love the show, man.
Thank you, bro.
Phenomenal. You know, you introduced me to podcasts.
Really?
Yeah, because I never flew, so them long car rides, man, I found a gym, right? Like I was telling you earlier, man, I got mad when you guys got big.
We still,
nah,
man. Don't put that curse. We still on the come up, man. I always want to be on the come up, man.
No, man. When you say podcast, you think of Combat Jack. And I ain't saying that because I'm in front of you.
Right.
I used to have that gym, like, yo, listen to this. Let me shoot you this link. And they like, yo. Now I can't do it. Everybody knows.
Nah, thank you, bro.
No, peace.
Thank you, man. Like you've had an incredible journey, man. You've written books like The Cartel and the Cartel series, the Murderville series, man. Like let's go to the beginning, man. Like since we started with Flint, and since it's obviously someplace that you hold strong emotional ties to, man. How was it growing up in Flint, Michigan, man? Because you hear about Detroit all the time. You know what I'm saying? You never hear about Flint. Flint's just now in the national spotlight because of the tragedy that's going on. But like, tell us about Flint.
Yo,
man.
You know what, man? I love my city, right? When I was younger and I used to like, my mother was a crackhead. I love my baby. I love my mama, but she was a crackhead.
Right. And your pops too. Like both of your parents were addicted to drugs.
Yeah, absolutely. And at first I used to like curse at God. Being 7 years old, like, yo, how the fuck this shit happening?
You knew something was wrong at 7.
Yeah, because my mom, like, you know, it was times like, I was telling this story where I'd be on the block and playing basketball, right? And it was a guy I looked up to. He was like 14. He had all the good moves, right? He's shaking niggas, right? So I'm like, yo, that's my guy. And he came to my house one day. He said, yo, that light-skinned woman here. I said, are you talking about my mom? I'm like, yeah. He went in there. Like 20 minutes later, I'm seeing the nigga I looked up to hitting my mom. He 14. You understand what I'm saying? I never told that story, but I just want to tell you that's what shit that I used to go to when I'm pretty sure.
Your mom's like
no. Like, you know, my mom was tricking.
Right. Okay.
You dig what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah, she was tricking. So I'm hearing the nigga that I look up to. He 14. He ain't too much older than me. He a kid too. He hit my mom's, and it's like, all right. So this is the shit I had to go through.
Was that at that moment? Take us back to that moment. What's that do to you?
Well, I just was like, I hated him. Then I just really didn't understand. I used to ask God, like, why? But then when I got older, Combat, I was like, I went through all of that so I can write about this and nobody can't fuck with me because I'm coming from a real spot. I'm coming from a real gutter. I really saw that. I ain't doing no shit I heard in the rap. Nigga, I knew about the struggle before I heard of Pac, bootleg, dating family. Nah, I knew about the struggle before I even fucked with music.
Right.
So that's why I think me and my wife excel. Because it's just coming from Flint gives that to you. It gives you the criteria to be authentic.
Right.
And I wouldn't change it for the world.
But at 7 years old, man, like what? Because you got two paths, man. You got two choices, man. You could accept that, like no matter how many times you ask God why, that could be your destiny. You know what I'm saying? You could be locked in. And most people that, you know what I'm saying, that come from that, they have these two choices. Like either I'm locked into this shit and it's going to be, you know, cyclical, or I have the opportunity. Like what gave you hope? What gave you the vision to think that you could get out that shit?
Well, you know what, to be honest, man, I ain't see past that. I was just living in it. But I met this young lady that was well versed, saw the world. I met her at like 15. 15. And she kind of switched shit for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I want to get into that. I want to get to that story, but between 7 and 15, what is your life like?
Well, I was selling dope. Everybody, but see, niggas say that as a badge. Like, I've been selling dope since, I had to.
Right. It was like, how'd you get into it?
Well, you know what? It was a guy that lived down the street named Nephew, right? And he was
allegedly.
Yo, allegedly, right? Yeah, I'm kicking it real. It's all good. It's years ago. So, a guy named Nephew, he used to come down to the house, serve my mama, right? So it was a point where my mom, on the first of the month, she get her money, but she can't go outside because she owe all the little niggas money. So
people money.
Think about, she like, yo, she pulled me close one day. She said, I'm about to put something in your hand. If you look inside, I'm going to whoop your ass. My mama a good woman. I'm not bashing. I'm keeping it real. Go and talk to Nephew. He going to put something in your hand. You bring it back to me. So I did that. And I continued to do that, right? So one day, Nephew was like, yo, Quavo, that's what they call me, Quavo. Man, you know what you be doing, man? I said, nah. He said, listen, man, I'm going to give you this. We called it a hoop seed back then. 3.5. He said, when your mama wants something, you give her this, put the money up. You get half, I get half. Right? So my mama do that to me. I go to the shoebox, I walk around the corner, I come back. See, I'm so mature, but I'm so naive.
Right.
I didn't understand I'm poisoning my mother. That's why I hate it so much, man. I hate selling dope. I hate it. Right. I feel guilty because I was serving my old bird, you know what I'm saying? And it just was, as I got older, I was like, damn, this is what I'm doing. I did this for years. Like her friends would come over their party. I do the shit. Yo, I go and get a pack from Nephew. Boom, boom. I mean, Nephew did good business for years. And he ended up getting murdered. And, that was my life. I actually went into foster care when I was like 10. It was 10 or 11.
They came and got you?
Yeah, they came and got us.
How many of y'all was it?
Me, my little brother, and my little sister. I'm the oldest.
Right.
And we're all 2 years apart, so 10 years old, they came and got us separated. We in foster homes.
What's that do to y'all, man?
I don't know, man. When you so little, man, you ain't really, it don't hurt yet, you know?
But it's scary as fuck though, right?
Hell yeah, because, I don't know if you know about foster homes. You don't really stay in one place for too long. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people, like, you only want people under 12. So when you get to 12, you got to go, you know what I'm saying? Then once you get past that age when people ain't really doing it for the love of children, they doing it for the paycheck.
Right.
So, then I'm being a knucklehead. I'm still selling dope because I'm used to the money now, right? I ain't saying I was no kingpin, but I was.
But you surviving.
A little bit,
right?
A little bit. And that makes you move from home to home, and then my brother and sisters doing the same thing. So I never really had stability. I had stability when I got older.
Right.
I met my wife. That was like my first, like, yo, all right, we're going to rock out. Let's do it.
Right. So you selling drugs throughout these formative years of your childhood.
Absolutely.
Right? But what are your aspirations, man? Like, like your morality is starting to, like you say you were a kid, but you were mature, but you were still a kid, but something you were still aware enough. A lot of people go through life not being aware that they're doing some wrong shit because of their environment. Like, you're doing some wrong shit. What's your aspirations?
What, man, you know what? The crazy thing is, I was talking to my man, and I was like, yo, you know what, man? I used to pray for a brick, man. Ain't that crazy, bro? I used to pray. I'm praying to God and not even thinking like the moral compass. Like, I'm not thinking I'm wrong. I'm like, nigga, I'm trying to get to a brick, nigga. I need the whole thing so I can do this. I want a wholesale now. So at a young age, I'm on my knees praying to God, yo, I need a brick. Give me a plug. You know, that was the president of the United States to me.
Right.
I get a brick, nigga. I'm gonna flood it. You understand? I just need a plug.
Right.
Give me a plug where I can do what I can do. And I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So that was my whole thing. I don't think I really saw past that.
Right.
I wanted a brick.
And when you came up on a brick, man, and when you moved that shit, man, like, was you making decent money?
Yeah,
I mean, when you look back, was you making decent money for that age?
Yeah, I did good. I did very well, actually.
Right. And what was you doing? Like, what was you doing? Like,
well, listen, like, I wasn't really like, after I got like to like 14, 15, I was like wholesale. Because my OG always told me, like, nigga, don't cook that up. Like, keep it soft. You gonna get in less trouble. I didn't even understand what he was saying. You gonna get in less trouble, you keep it soft. I'm like, come on, that's for the white boys. You let them cook it up. Right. So me, I never really did the rock thing. After I got a little bit older, I got straight blow, right? So it was wholesale. Niggas don't understand how to hustle. I had older niggas kind of teach me how to hustle. It ain't in the sale. I made $10 here, $20 here.
It's the wholesale.
Right, it's the wholesale. If I can get a whole thing for 30 and I can sell it 32, that's 2,000. It ain't, okay, maybe I can make more money breaking it down, but I can run through them bricks quick.
Right.
You understand? So the math add up. So if I can sit down, if I can do 2 bricks a month, 4,000, boom, then boom, boom. That's how I was doing it. So I was never like on the block breaking it down, I ain't sitting in the trap house. That shit for movies. Right. The smart niggas gonna sit back and make the plays like a football team. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this, boom, boom. I know in the first he gonna pick up that. So I sat down and watched niggas. First, that's when I got to action. That was my time.
Right.
Other niggas can hustle first 15th and you standing on the block all day. That shit don't make the math don't add up to me.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying?
McDonald's numbers.
Yeah,
like
man, come on.
You're a McDonald's worker.
Yeah, nigga, you working 100 hours, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the streets is I would imagine the streets of Flint.
It's crazy.
It's a fucking beast. It's a dragon.
Yeah, man, I love my niggas, though, man. Everybody from Flint got that spunk.
Right.
That you can't buy.
Yeah.
You got to live it.
So while you doing this, man, while you flipping these bricks, man, what keeps you connected to school?
You know what, man? I was always studious, man. And you know, I used to get in trouble in school, right? But I don't know why, because I wasn't a bad kid.
Was you flashy a little bit?
No, never that. See,
no Jordans?
Nah, man, y'all New York niggas fucked it up, right? Like, I was taught, like, for real, like, all the niggas I knew that was getting money looked like a janitor. You know what I'm saying? The New York niggas, like, no, let me not say New York niggas.
Nah, say New York niggas.
No, like hip hop.
Like, say Harlem niggas.
Yeah, Jordan, listen.
Specifically.
Yo, like, to me, and where I came from, that's not how you move. If you really getting money, you could walk around with 20 bands, or you can walk around with $20, and you still look the same. Nigga won't know. You know what I'm saying? Nigga won't know how you moving at all. That's how I was taught. Move around like a janitor. All the niggas I know was getting money, no flashy cars, and they kept their job. They working in the shop, but they moving bricks on the weekend.
Yo, I read something, man, where there was a sign. You used to work at an auto shop, right? Or you used to be by an auto shop.
No, you know what? This guy, I ain't gonna say his name. He owned one of the most notorious car washes on the South Side. And it was like today he's my best friend. He's my father. You know what I'm saying? He's my lawyer. He's like, he taught me, right? And he pulled me into this car wash, and he just taught me to look at things from a business level. He the one taught me about the flash. Like, you let them niggas on the TV screen, New York niggas, you know what I'm saying?
I love that, man.
Yeah, you let them do that. This is how we move.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want you dressed like this. This is how you move. Because power moves in silence. Mm-hmm. Power moves in silence. You understand what I'm saying? So, me, I never had a want.
You never had the Cuban, man?
I ain't never wanted, man.
Right.
Like, I just want to make sure my shit fresh, make sure I smell good, teeth clean, haircut, move like a boss.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's how a boss move.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That's how I move.
Right.
You know?
But at the same, like, but there was a sign. He had the sign up.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Tell
and
us
it
about the
told
sign.
you, like, wow, you did your homework.
Man, come
you
on,
did your homework,
man. To us for how long now?
Yeah, years.
Yeah,
years.
Come on, man.
Yeah, so he listed the crimes and how many years you got if you got convicted of those.
So
crimes.
what the sign say, man?
So it was like armed robbery, I can't remember the years, X amount of years. Possession of cocaine, X amount of years. So it was a constant reminder.
And it was on the wall. It was painted on the wall.
Man,
right?
He got a big mural just painted, right? And
yo, that's ill.
He was a boss because he thinking about this, right?
And he thinking about the community.
Yeah, man. It had to cost money, man. He just, when you walked into this car wash, it just was how it was. Nigga, you do this was going to happen. They going to spank you. You know what I'm saying? This how it's coming. So I love him for that. Everybody know who he is.
Right.
I love him. He's still my best friend. You know, that's my guy.
But what's the mentality? What's the psychology? You say you was studious.
Yeah.
But as a child, man, like, because you're still a child, child. You out here, you flipping these things, but at the same time, you in school.
Yeah, man. You know what, man? The reason why I think I was so good at English, man, it was a teacher named Miss Robinson. Right? I love her, Mildred Robinson. She like, I get kicked out of class. She was an English teacher.
Right.
Like, she used to just make me read books.
What books?
Shakespeare, right?
Which one
Robert
was your
Frost.
favorite? Which one was your favorite? Shakespeare.
It's between Macbeth and Othello.
Macbeth is some serious shit.
Yeah,
too.
because it was mind manipulation, and it was from a woman, from a stance of power, and that was so intriguing to me because I'm always used to seeing males in the dominant position. So to see this woman play puppet master to these powerful men, it's crazy. So she just made me sit in the corner, read books, write. She'd give me a random topic, write about this. Yeah, and I wrote. I got good. You know, I got good.
Did she notice this gift in you from the get, or did she?
I don't know.
Or was she like that with every student?
You know what? She probably was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't really know. I just know that kind of transformed into me being a avid reader.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck all the other shit. I think I got D's and C's.
Right.
With everything else, English,
which is I just saw this mural the other day, this morning actually, of Mos Def, and it said like when I grew up, I wanted to paint words. I wanted to paint paintings with words.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're
saying.
And
it gives you that freedom. And what was the Robert Frost thing you've read?
I think it was poems he
Two
used.
roads.
Road Less Traveled. I think that was my favorite one.
Two roads diverged in the yellow wood.
Yo, that's
yeah, right.
Yeah. You know, so I love his perspective. How y'all can go on two different paths and kind of go to the same thing.
So did this give you confidence, man? But did this give you confidence that you wasn't getting anywhere else? Well, I mean, you had confidence on the street level, and on the business level, but in terms of like.
You know, it just was something. It was a seed that she was watering. I just didn't know.
Right.
It ain't really come out till later.
Right.
I just I always read.
Right.
Like I always read. That was my thing, right? And just through that, when I eventually started writing, it came like water. Like we used to write books like just, and I didn't know why I could write this good so quick, and people was feeling it. But that's why.
Right.
Shit, when I was a little boy. You know, and reading these books and, you know.
And even giving you that, you know what I'm saying, when you look at Shakespeare, man, Shakespeare had this ability to take like common human drama.
Absolutely.
And break it down, like even to like the most, you know what I'm saying, to the most raunchiest shit. Like he wasn't about cleanish, he broke it down.
Absolutely. And what I loved about Shakespeare is he was a tragedy writer. Because the main character was going to die. Right. And he'll tell you in the beginning. Right. But the thing that made him great is you didn't know how.
Right.
And he spun it. And even though he let you know the person was going to die, you kind of forget it through the story. He just was a master at that. He's just figuring out how was this character going to die. And his deaths were like poetic. Like he make dying seem good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's like the worst
Julius Caesar, man, when they set him up and he was like A2 Bruti.
Absolutely.
I'll never forget that shit. I'll never forget. Like even like, you know, when I'm dealing with somebody and there's an issue at hand and I ask them, they're like, nah, as thou doth protest too much. I will never forget that. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
So you in high school. You live in this double life. Right?
Yeah.
Kind of, right?
Yeah.
At 16 years old, this incident happens that changed your life dramatically. Let's get into that. And this led into you meeting your future wife.
Yeah. So this one particular day, I had this white boy he was copping. I just met him and he was just copping, right? And then one day he said, "Yo, I need I need a 9-piece. So, you know me, that's money.
What's a 9-piece? Like, I'm total square with this.
9 ounces.
Okay.
Of blow. So at this point, I should have known. Now, in retrospect, it didn't seem right because he buying zips every day, which is an ounce, right? He buying them shits every day, and then all of a sudden, he's going to a 9-piece. Really, he was just setting me. It was the overplay for the underplay. Right. So the nigga hit me like, yo, Quavo, I need woo-woo. So I'm like, all right, bet, meet me at the same spot. So I pulls up, and the crazy shit I had, anybody tell you in the city, I had a bright red 84 colors on 24s. The dumbest shit, right?
Right. So you going against all the rules.
Yeah. This was the first flashy car I got. Yeah, it was my car. Right. And I think I just had it maybe like a couple weeks. And pulls up, he's in the car. And then when I'm walking to his car, I was gonna get in his car, we was gonna swap it out. I heard the little police chirp. I said, yo, fuck it. I turned around, got back in my car.
Your gut, you was listening to your gut.
Pulled out. As soon as I pulled out, I saw 2 black cars coming. Boom. So, boom, we got a street called Clio Road. I hit it. You understand? Hit it. Boom. So, I'm thinking like, yo, now I'm not finna get in a high-speed chase with her. So, I'm like, yo, fuck it. Pulled into this church on Clio. Now, the church, if you hop the fence, you could be on the opposite side of the street. It's like a whole nother street once you hop the fence. All right, so hop the fence. Had the joints in my hand. I
the 9-piece.
Threw it in the bush, kept running, right? So I kind of slowed down, let them catch up with me. So now these cats jumping out, they handcuffed me.
And was this your closest call ever, man?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm thinking like, all right, I ain't got shit on me, fuck it. All right, so handcuff, put me on the curve. And he was like, yo, I saw him throw it in that bush over there. So, yo, my heart dropped. I'm like, yo, I'm finna get nabbed on some bullshit. It's a 9-piece. Right?
Think about the time.
Man, yo, because it's embedded in my head.
How many years is that, man?
Shit. I can't tell you.
Right.
But it wasn't nothing light. You understand? You know what I'm saying? So, so they handcuffed me, and he told his partner, yo, go and look in that bush. I saw him throw it in there. So I'm over, I'm shaking, man. I'm scared than a motherfucker, right?
You know they're going to find us.
I already know, because that's exactly where I put it.
They're going to find a chicken.
It wasn't a whole chicken, but it was like,
this is 9 wings.
Of course, right? So he went and checked, shook down the bush. He like, yo, it's not there. The dude like, yo, I saw him. Yo, come over here. I'm going to check. So he went and checked. He said, where the fuck did you put it? I'm like, yo, I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm thinking like, yo, God got my back. He finally came for me, right?
all them years praying, right?
Yeah, he came for me. So I'm like, yo, so they questioned me. Yo, where is that? Let me go, right? So I went home.
You like,
yo, fuck that 9-piece. I don't even want it no more. Yeah. So
you shake. Are you shaky at that point? You like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it G. You know, I was shaking. I was scared than a motherfucker.
That adrenaline.
Yeah. So they had me on the curve handcuffed. They let me go after like an hour, right? So later at night, I got a call from a friend. She said, yo, Quavo, she like, I got somebody want to talk to you. I said, all right, who is it? She said, yo, this chick named Ashley. She, I said, she look good. She said, yeah.
You wasn't that sure about it?
No, just later. Though. She like, she want to talk to you. So put her on the phone. And she said, yo, that was my house that you ran behind today. Like, I picked it up for you. I hung up on her. Boom.
Why'd you hang up on her?
Because I ain't know. I was kind of spooked.
Right. You don't know if this another setup or some shit.
Yeah, the next day, the young lady called me. Not my wife, but
your friend.
Yeah, she said, yo, no, like, she want to talk to you. She got something for you. So I went over there. Yo, my wife put the 9-piece in my lap. Nothing missing, nothing. She put it in my lap. Yo, that was my best friend. She ain't left my passenger seat since then.
Yo, listen, when she put that shit on your lap, what is going through your mind?
I thought she was the realest bitch ever.
Wait, and she's beautiful, right?
Yeah.
And she's
Come
beautiful.
on,
I've seen pictures.
Man,
no
baby,
disrespect.
Man, phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. But you know what? My wife is beautiful, man. But think about it. Her inside is more beautiful. You understand?
What drove her?
I don't know. Because
never asked
my
her?
wife a good girl.
Right.
Like
what's her path like? And I wish she was here, man. What's her trajectory? Because you came up.
Yeah, no, she came up rough as well, but she wasn't like, single parent household. You know what I'm saying? She ain't no drug shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But she had a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? She was very, very intelligent, right? So before she was 16, like, she went to Japan on a student exchange, and just real, like, she was real studious, right?
Right.
But when I met her, we had a mutual love for books. Our first date was at a bookstore.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I kind of used to just hide it, but she was like, yo, you read this? I'm like, yeah, you read that? She's like, you
At
read
16?
this? Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you
That's
the book.
amazing.
I'm gonna tell you the book, the coldest winter ever. She was like, yo, you read that book?
By
Sister Soldier.
Yes.
And she paved the way. I give all the props to her because she did it first. And that's the only book I didn't read. She gave it to me, and I was like, yo, they write shit like this? She was like, yeah. She was like, you know, this is my favorite book. So, man, we just got to, you know, we were going by 2 of the same books, read it at the same time, and talk for hours.
So you had your own little romantic book club.
Yeah, that's my nigga, man. I used to be in the shower. She'd sit on the toilet, read the book to me. I'd be on the stove. She read it to me. You know what I'm saying? She'll be in the bathtub. I sit, read the book to my lady.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's my dog. That's my nigga.
She got sisters?
Slow down, kid. But at the same time, though, at the same time that and yo, man, I'm not even trying to be cliche, but this shit is mad Shakespearean.
Yeah. I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but you still in the streets, like you still in the streets.
Yeah, man. We and at that point, you know, I was emancipated. I wrote a letter to the judge, and I was able to get my own apartment at 16 years old. And her living situation, I let her say it. I don't want to just tell her business, right? But her living situation wasn't what she wanted it to be. And I saw it, and I was like, every time I dropped her off, I had that feeling in my stomach.
She wasn't happy. You knew that.
Yeah, I knew it. So my mother-in-law, I love her to death. I just was like, yo, here goes some money. And I said, yo, I know I'm only 16. I was like, but I love your daughter. She'd never have to come back. Like, I got my own apartment. It ain't that big. It ain't that fancy, but it's mine. You know, and I'm going to take care of her. And she said,
like, where's this coming from? Where's this?
I don't know. And she said, you know what, Quay? She said, I believe. And she did it, man. So you got to think about it. We going to high school and we live in our apartment. You know what I'm saying? And that was my dog. That was my best friend. That's my dog. Now, we end up our senior year. She helped me. She used to make me go to school, like get up, go to school, do this, right?
What was her attitude though about you being in the streets still?
You know what, man? Man, my girl's such a G. She's like, yo, I'm fucking with you. Like, yo, how you do that? And I'm gonna tell you, I never really got on the stove, but when she got on the stove, we call it a risk. She used to make it come back like it was something. People don't understand, like, cooking crack is a science. It's a science experiment. You got to catch it at the right time. You got to drop the ice in there at the right time. So certain people just better than other people because they cadence in the wrist. My wife had that
so
wrist.
She was Betty Crocker with that shit.
Listen,
Betty Crocker with the wrist, boy.
Think about it. I ain't never fuck with the hard. So this is a new game to me, and I'm coming with that whip. You hear me? And she was my secret weapon, so start killing them. You know what I'm saying?
So you killing it in the streets now?
Yeah. We getting money,
right?
We getting money, right? So she ended up getting pregnant. She had to be 18 when she was pregnant.
So and y'all both the same age? So
we both same age.
So y'all 18 years old?
Yeah, both 18.
So y'all cooking for 2 years?
Yeah.
And life is good, right?
Getting to it.
Right.
But you know what? We weren't living, I traded him that red car. We weren't living flashy. Right. You understand? We moved out the hood.
You stacking
low
paper?
Key. Absolutely. Absolutely. And she was like, yo, like, we should go to college. One of the white boys I was serving, he was up there. He used to come down every week. And I'd be like, yo, shit, let's go to that college. It was Fair State. So we went to college. And
what was your majors?
She was English and I was in business administration, to be exact. And we went to college, and we actually wrote the book before we went to college. I'm kind of jumping ahead.
How'd y'all get into writing?
Well, you know what? She got pregnant, and she had an ectopic pregnancy. That's when, like, the baby's in the tube, right? So she bled, and it was just horrible. Like, we were so happy too, man. Like, we would go to Walmart at 3:00 in the morning and go shopping. The whole closet right? We had all unisex shit because we didn't know if it was a boy or a girl, but we were so happy. As soon as we found out she was pregnant, we got to it. You know what I'm saying? We buying everything that we see, you know. So one night she got up, she was bleeding like everywhere. So boom, took her to the hospital. She had an ectopic pregnancy, and she was real sore. This is a surgery they had to do to. So she had to stay in the bed for like 4 weeks, and she was just crying every day. And my wife's strong, crying every day. So I'm like, yo, she didn't feel like reading. So I said, yo, I bet you I can write a better book than you. I'm trying to get her mind off of it.
Right.
And my wife, like, you got to meet her. She aggressive. She like, nigga, no, you can't. I'm like, I bet. She like, I bet. She started to write a book.
What was the bet?
It was I forgot what we bet on.
I read it was
a cash.
It was $100.
It was $100.
$100.
Yep.
You bet your lady $100 who could write a better book.
Yeah, and she's so competitive, right? She got it from me. She's very competitive. And that was the first time she kind of stopped crying. And she like, nigga, I could write a better book than you. I said, no, you can't. So, boom, I'd be by the bedside. She'd be writing. And we'll switch after a couple hours. And she was just
switched in terms of writing each other's books?
Yeah, like, well, no, we'll switch. She would read mine and I would read hers. And
this is amazing, man.
Yeah. And she was like, yo, this is the best shit I ever read. And I was like, yo, this is the best shit I ever read.
And y'all not gassing each other?
No, because that's not our relationship.
Right.
We wouldn't last if it was on some fugazi shit.
Right.
So she was like, yo, if you put this in my book and I put this in your book, yo, we started to write a book. Listen, we locked ourselves in a house. We wrote this book. I mean, same clothes. It's crazy. Same clothes. Not going out. Wrote Dirty Money. That was our first book.
Dirty Money.
Yep. It took us like 2 weeks. But remember, she was going through that shit. She forgot about it, man. Yeah. She forgot about it.
And how do y'all discipline yourselves? Because writing is not easy. I wrote one book, man. and I can't, people are like, yo, Combat, when are you going to write another book? I'm like, I might have to hire JaQuavis.
No, we gonna work,
because I can't do that, man.
No, man, you know what? My OG that I was telling you about, he told me, he said, it's like a building, right? If you cut through this way, that's the easiest route. Everybody gonna go that route though, so you end up going to get piled up at that door. Take the long way, take the hard way.
And what's the long way, man?
That's going at it,
right?
Not saying no to anything, going at it. So that's how our attitude was. Like,
and the training, it's a training. It's like training your writing muscles.
Yeah. You got to say you're going to do something. You got to do it. Like, yo, we're going to write 5,000 words a day.
5,000 words a day.
Yeah, you got to do it.
And trust me, I used to write, when I was blogging, I used to write a minimum. Like my average was 2,000 words a day. And that shit is not fucking easy. That shit is not easy.
You just got you got to know what you want in life. Like when we got in the game and we found out we could make some money, we wanted to be the best ever.
But how'd you know you could make some money out of this shit?
Okay, all right. So we went to fairs. We had our book done, right? So we sent it off.
To whom?
Kensington, Urban Books.
Yes.
Right. So we sent it off. We actually sent it off to a lot of people.
Right.
We went to college. I'm still selling. I was going home to make a sale, and my wife called me like,
y'all used to trap out the dorm room now, right?
Yeah. Like, the white boys, I'm like, oh, this is a little bit safer.
Right.
I ain't fucking with no weight.
Because the white boy, you know what I'm saying, the college campus
it was
is
butter.
Is the fucking best trap house in America.
It's like a storefront store, man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
They not dropping down because they want to keep that shit moving.
Absolutely. Y'all got an agreement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a little business relationship.
And you had specific customers. You knew who to trust.
Absolutely. Then you got a boy on the other side of the campus that he kind of fuck with. You give him something like, yo, just get this back to me on Friday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And niggas can't go nowhere, so you can give out. You can give out consignment. Yo, you make sure when you get that, hit me back.
Yeah,
so it's real butter.
Cooperative economics.
Yeah, so
Ujima.
So I'm on my way back home. I got a car. Right, I used to hide all my dope in her dorm. Yo, they want to sign this. I said, what? She said, I got the letter right here. They said they want to sign Dirty Money. Come home.
Which publisher?
This was Urban Books.
Okay.
Right, so we like, all right, boom. I turned around. I came back. When I'm coming in, she's dumping all my dope down the toilet.
Why?
She like, yo, we just got signed.
The game.
Like, they said they want to sign us.
Right.
Like,
so how much dope is she dumping?
Yo, I had like I don't want to misquote it because I don't want to lie.
Right.
I don't know. It's probably like
10,000. Like I read somewhere between 10 and 40. That's what I'm reading.
Yeah, it wasn't heavy like that in college. I ain't gonna front. I probably had a couple zips.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I had a couple zips, right? So she flushing the shit down the toilet.
And you like, what the fuck are you doing, baby?
Y'all grabbed her like, yo, baby, what you doing? Hold on. She's like, yo, no. They want to sign us. They said they gonna fly us out to New York. So I'm like, all right, bet.
And you hadn't been to New York before?
Never been in New York
before?
No, that was my first time flying. Yeah, so it was just like big city of dreams.
Right.
You know, so I'm thinking we finna come up here and get $1 million. Man, our first deal was like 2,000.
2,000?
But she flushed maybe triple. You know
this is 6,000 out here.
Yeah, so.
Were you tight a little bit? Or?
Hell yeah, when I found out what it was. But that would kind of made us
It legitimized you.
Yeah, because, you know, we told the publisher at that point, I'm thinking I'm a businessman. I'm 17. I'm like, yo, we want 40,000 a book. He was like, nah, I give you 4. He's like, only how I'm gonna give you 40,000 if you write 10 books. I said, okay, because I felt it was a jab.
Right.
So me and my wife was like, yo, you ready? We wrote 10 books in 2 months.
The fuck?
Yeah.
5,000 word a day.
Right?
So basically it's 10,000 words because it's you and her.
Yeah. So 10,000 a day. So that's real simple. It's not that hard if you're ready to work.
Right.
Right. So
and roughly, man, like for the listeners and for me, man, roughly how many words in a book, man?
It's about 80,000.
80,000.
We do about 80,000.
Right.
So if you do the math, we can do it in a week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So a book a week.
Yeah. But
2 months.
But we was going. I think we wrote about between 8 and 10 books. Right. So we just, boom, we brought it back to him. Right. He put them out. We go back to our regular lives.
Y'all get that 40,000.
Yeah. He paid us. Right. And
this is your first legitimate check.
Yeah, but we ain't even know, we was big because we ain't fuck with the internet. Like, where I'm from, we don't really do the social media. It wasn't, that shit was corny.
What year was this?
What year was it in college? 06?
Okay, so
it was like Black Planet type shit.
Black Planet, Mi Gente.
Yeah, MySpace.
Facebook still, right?
Yeah. So we ain't really in tune with this shit. So I think we came to New York for a book signing. That motherfucker was wrapped around the corner.
We're in Harlem, right?
Where did we do that book signing at? I'm not sure.
Right.
I'm not sure, but it was wrapped around the corner. We went to the Harlem Book Fair, right? And motherfuckers telling us like, yo, y'all the hottest things in the street. Yo, we hit the New York Times on our next release. You know, it's you
New York
out of
Times
there.
bestseller.
Absolutely. Cartel, absolutely. And
you not even knowing what this means.
No, we didn't.
You probably never read, and this is no disrespect to you, you probably never read the New York Times.
Absolutely not.
Right.
I didn't know it was a big deal like that until we started getting these calls. Then agents started calling. Then, you know,
and it's just y'all. Y'all don't have nobody representing y'all.
None. We just doing business ourselves.
Right.
We did that for a long time, and I think we was prepped for it, and we did okay, man. We got the best literary agent in the world. He represents Kanye, Khaled. He just did the Kevin Hart deal.
Nice.
Mark Gerald, he's a beast.
And
he's one of my
is he
closest
independent
friends.
Or what agencies?
No, he's with UTA.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, he's with UTA.
And y'all are signing these things and getting in these deals and not even knowing what it means.
Well, I know what it means now.
I mean, but back
read
then,
the paperwork.
Right.
Yeah, like the initial getting the agent and shit, it was just kind of. But after we got the agent and saw how much we was about to get paid, stopped selling dope, man. Stopped selling dope. That was like 8 years ago.
Was that hard to do?
No, because I made more on my deal than I ever made selling dope.
Right.
You understand? So it was a good time, man.
Right.
It was a good time because it was like the transition. And like that's when I realized all the shit I went through
was training.
It was training. It was giving us knowledge
Discipline.
to write about this shit.
Right.
Yeah, so it worked out.
Yo, there's a story, man, I heard.
Okay, you heard it.
That
man.
At a certain point you was out in Las Vegas. Right?
Okay.
Handing out Jehovah's Witness pamphlets.
Yeah, I'm not telling that story.
And you're not telling that. And then you meet a legendary figure.
All right, so we'll keep the names out, right?
Yeah.
So me and my wife love Vegas. So they have these little.
And this is after you in the book game.
Yeah, this after, right? And
so you Jehovah's Witness?
No. But this guy was on the bus passing out pamphlets, and they have these trolleys that go up and down the street, right? So if you want to get from one side of the strip to the next side, you take this little bus. So this guy was talking shits of the Lord and handing us these pamphlets. And I said, yo, you know what, brother? I said, man, you look like whoop-de-whoop, right? And yo, the blood in his face just kind of dropped. And I was like, oh shit, my wife noticed it. So I was like, yo, that was we just saw a documentary on
right.
He had a documentary on, I think, Netflix.
Yes.
So I'm like, yo. And that was just the craziest shit to me, right? I saw this Harlem legend, you know, in Vegas. That shit.
What'd that do to you, man? Like
nah, I ain't do nothing. That
right.
just was something. It was a funny story.
Right.
Like, you know, we really saw this nigga. Like, for you to be high and you moving around like that, it's crazy. You know, so, yeah, that's crazy.
So,
right
so
there.
let me ask you something, man. Going back to when y'all made that bet, man. After all these years, 8 years now, right?
Absolutely.
Who's the better writer, you or Ashley?
You know what? I lay with the best writer in the world every night, and she do the same.
Right.
So
it's like J and Bay. It's like J and Bay because you know what I'm saying. It's like,
well, I mean, we just work real hard.
Right.
I think she the best female writer in the country. I think I'm the best male writer.
Yo, New York Times listed y'all last year as probably the most successful writing couple in America.
Yeah, that was an honor too.
Right. Black, white, the whole nine.
Yeah, that was an honor. That was a big thing for us. I
And
appreciate that.
you do you believe that?
Yeah, I do.
Right.
Not because of the writing, man. Just because of the work. I know what we do. And we really had these in-depth discussions about our books. And we really take the time to build these characters and make them true to life, like make them real. And we kind of reaping the benefits of putting in that work. So
to date, man, right now, to this date, man, how many bestsellers do you have out there?
Well,
how many books do you have out there?
I think 44.
44 books.
44 books.
Right.
Shout
out to President Barack Obama.
I love Barack.
We love you too, man.
Man.
We love you, man. Already.
I miss him.
So 44 books. How many bestsellers?
I think we was on the list maybe 7 times.
7 times.
Yeah.
So 7 bestsellers.
Yeah.
Right.
All our books do good.
Right.
They do. We was on USA Today, LA Times. Like we do pretty well.
And then
we blessed.
and then you guys also ghostwrite books.
Yeah.
What is that like, man? What is that? Because I know about ghostwriting in the music industry, but I don't know what that is in the literary world.
I mean, it's like a well-oiled machine. Me and my wife, like, we ain't scared to get no money, right? So, it's another avenue. Somebody want a book wrote, come and see us because we the best,
right?
And we just look at it.
So do they come and tell you their story?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's their story that they want written.
Yeah, sometimes it's an idea.
Right.
Sometimes it's a story that's similar to their life. Sometimes it's their true story.
Right.
If we feel it's worth it, man, we'll do it.
Are you ever shocked at who calls you?
Yeah.
Can you name some of the people that's called you, or is it like somebody who doesn't really care?
I mean, I don't want to do that.
Right.
I don't want to do that because maybe they don't want people to know that they was asking for a ghostwriter.
Right.
But a couple people.
Okay. And they got books out there that's doing well.
Yeah. We wrote some other bestsellers too.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Does it feel weird that you have some bestsellers out there?
No.
And you see that shit and you like, yo, we can't even put our name on that shit.
No, you know what? If we didn't have bestsellers of our own, maybe I would feel away.
Right.
But I'm a businessman. You pay for that secrecy, and that's what I'm going to give to you. I'd be happy for a person, man. I want everybody to win because I know how I feel to lose over and over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never hating on a win because I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to try my hardest to win. And I'm going to try my hardest to, succeed so another person's wins or losses doesn't affect me.
Right.
Yeah.
So at what point, man, does this Cash Money Publishing
Yeah, you know what,
approach you, man?
Yo, Baby, listen, man. A lot of niggas talk greasy about Baby. I'm gonna tell you 2 things about Baby. For one, he a gangster, right?
In a classic sense.
Yeah, like he not in a bad way. He just from the street,
right.
And he true to that. And 2, he just a good person, man. Him and Slim, they changed our life. Like they gave us a deal that we never saw before.
Right.
He always kept his
How
word.
did they reach out to y'all?
Through my agent.
Right.
Yeah. We share the same agent as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So
your agent probably brokered that, or casually brokered that, or
well, Slim was a fan of our books already. Slim reads a lot. He's very sharp, by the way,
and
right?
Quiet.
Yeah, and sharp. See, he my style though.
Right.
You gotta understand. So they already knew what they wanted to do. They approached us. We made it happen. We wrote 3 books with them. And baby, still my
I heard
guy.
that check was undeniable, man.
Oh, my goodness. It was the best I ever had.
It changed your life completely, right?
Yeah, because I knew it was like, all right, I could do whatever I want.
Right.
I can do whatever I want if I just put my mind
Right.
to it.
And how did it feel, man, like at this point, you being this black literary author, but the biggest check is coming from
Another black
man.
I mean, it just felt good, man. It felt good. It changed my life. And I just, I wanted more. It just made me hungrier for more. All right, so.
Now, and I'm not trying to get in your pocket, man, but
No.
how disciplined were you with that money, man?
I'm fairly good with money.
Right.
I'm fairly good with money.
So the unfairly part, what'd you do with the unfairly part?
No.
See his wrist?
No,
I mean, the wrist is, he said that's light early, man. He said
cover that up.
wrist.
That ain't about nothing. That ain't about nothing. I just make great calculated moves.
Right.
And the streets taught me that. You know what, man? I was in Warner Brothers, right? And they asked me, they was like, yo, how did you get so business savvy? Where did you graduate from? And I was so embarrassed because I dropped out of college because we got the book deal.
Right.
And I wanted to tell them something, but I couldn't. But once I started thinking back, I said, I got my degree in the streets because my OGs taught me about risk and loss and balancing and kind of catering to the customers. So I learned through the streets. Like, it was an old man named Cowboy, used to be on Harriet and Saginaw, this in Flint, right? So they used to panhandle outside this corner store. It was like 5 guys, 5 winos, they panhandling, right? And every time somebody used to walk up, they used to, yo, you got a loose dollar, yo, big homie, give me, you know what I'm saying? Little dog, give me $2. But Cowboy used to wait until they passed the crowd and they walk into their car. He'd open the door for them. Then he'd ask, spend some time with them. I didn't know, but he was teaching me how to cater.
Service.
Yes.
Quality.
Yeah, so, and he told me this and I didn't understand it, but I do understand it now. I said, yo, Cowboy, how you be getting all that money? You got $10 in your hand, they got 50 cents. He said, never chase 2 rabbits. You'll end up losing them both. So basically he was telling me, target one thing and go after it aggressively. You understand what I'm saying? When somebody pass, when
soaking up so much game.
You hear that? Target one thing
and
go aggressively.
Absolutely.
You hear me, my dog?
I was thinking something else.
Yeah, I'm bringing it back home, my nigga. You know,
be safe,
internet's mind your business.
Mind your business.
You know, cats used to walk past. You know, they ask the cat for $1. As soon as they look like they saying no, they looking for the next person. Right. But Cowboy just focused on one motherfucker. Yo, I'm gonna follow you to the car. I'm gonna open the door for you. I might be missing 5 people passing, but I got you. Right.
And I know I got you because my service is undeniable.
Never chase 2 rabbits. You'll lose them both.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, and that's what my book about too. The Streets Had No King. It come out April 25th with St. Martin's Press.
Okay.
It's all about that. It's all about the lessons I learned. Great story.
So, you know, it's amazing, man, as you're progressing in your craft and your subject matter and your career, like Murderville 2.
Yeah.
Right? Murderville 2, y'all not only talk about drug trafficking, but you talk about human trafficking.
Absolutely.
And you're talking about, now it's not just the hood. Now it's not just Flint, Michigan. You're talking about the different continents. You're talking about the motherland. You're talking about Africa. You're talking about Sierra Leone. Like, how are you writing about shit from Sierra Leone? How do you get into that?
Well, you know what? We wrote about every way you could hustle.
Right.
Every street element.
Right.
So we said, yo, we want to write about something that's
global.
Yeah. So me and my wife was talking. We like, yo, we gonna write over their heads. The people that fuck with us, they from the gutter. And we say, yo, we just gonna make them grow with us. If they don't understand, let's write it so they can learn and understand.
Let's take them through the steps.
Yeah, so we did our homework, studied the practices, Sierra Leone, and we just came up with this.
Didn't y'all travel to Africa also?
No,
y'all never been there?
No.
So how y'all getting these resources to study?
I mean, just being diligent with research, asking questions, actually interviewed a couple ladies that was from Sierra Leone.
Right.
And they really helped us. And
people that had actually been
that's
victims
from
of human trafficking.
Absolutely. And you have to do it. You're not going to do the book any justice if you don't do your homework.
Right.
And we did it. And I learned so much. It's actually my favorite series. We did that with Cash Money.
Yeah. Let me ask you something, man. It's 2017, man. Like, you know, the narrative is that slavery has been abolished. It's been several hundred years. No. But there's still slavery going on right under our nose, man. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, man. People say slavery is done, but yo, it's people that still go through the same chambers and
ride boats and shit.
Yeah, man. Shit is
slavery
crazy.
Still alive.
Yeah, human trafficking is real, right? So I think people should kind of pay more attention to that and kind of do your research and see how people's coming over here. Getting shipped into the red light district, forced prostitution. It hurts my heart.
You've talked to these people.
Yeah. We actually interviewed these people, kind of sat with them. How did you get over here? What made you come over here?
What makes you locked in?
Yeah,
what keeps you a slave, a modern day slave?
No IDs, no passport.
Really?
No passports. They just here. And some of them kind of escaped and they can tell that story. But it just blew my mind that it still happened. So yeah. It's real touchy.
What's also amazing, man, is that not only are your books moving in the street, but I've read that the Cartel series, The Cartel, is probably the biggest. It's a bestseller.
Yeah.
In prisons.
Yeah. They banned us in a couple prisons.
Why?
Because it's like people write me and they be like, "Yo, y'all joints is worth X amount of cartons," right? So people that's like the creme de la creme, right? You got the cartel, it can start shit, so we just
how do I get these cartons? Like motherfuckers start acting crazy and fights break out to get your books.
Yeah, it's the $100 bill in prison.
Right.
That's it. But it's a whole genre of people that's writing fire books.
Right.
But just us in particular, the cartel is real popular there. Right.
So when you make the New York Times bestseller list, what does that do to your stock, and what does that do to you?
It goes up. Actually, the publisher, they give you a bonus, right?
To be in there.
Yeah, you make the list, you get a bonus. And the particular placement, like 1 through 5 get X amount, 5 through 10 X amount. So it's great incentives, right? And especially if they don't think you make it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that you will make it, right?
They think you will not make it.
Right. They'll set a bar that they think you won't hit. Like, yo, we'll give you X amount of dollars to make the contract look good.
Give us a bar, man. Give us what's a bar?
I ain't gonna talk money.
Right. I'm not talking about money, but like how many books? Like if they because it's based on sales, right?
Right. It's based on sales, but it's like timing as well.
Right. So within the first month that this how does I don't know how the New York best is it based on the first week?
Yeah.
Is it based on the first 2 weeks?
No, they do it by the weeks.
Right.
You sell X amount. But you know what? The New York Times has a secret formula that they don't let anybody know.
Right.
Like, so I believe it was like a businessman. His wife wrote a book and he went and just bought every book in the country and they manipulated the list.
Right.
So after that, the New York Times kind of created a formula that they won't
so you
tell
don't know
anybody.
What that magic number is.
Nah. You're not smarter than those people. They kind of know books, right? So they have a formula that they kind of don't make public. So I don't know. Like it is no trick. There's no number. You just gotta move units.
But you make the New York Times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so your customary audience, your customary customer is black, right?
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Does that open you up to a whole different audience?
Yeah. People take notice because some avid readers, man, they look at the list and they say, yo, this is my shopping cart. What I'm gonna get from this list,
right?
And if you're on that list, it kind of opens you up.
So you have do you have a healthy white following?
Yeah. Well, you gotta have a small white following if you want to hit the New York Times list.
What kind of white person reads your books, man?
We get emails from 70-year-old white women.
Really?
Yeah, young kids, a 15-year-old skateboarder. So it kind of varies between 15 and 70.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Let me ask you something, man. Like why is to this date, man, like not just you, and I think you've definitely pushed the genre so far, man, but why to this date, man, and I kind of already know the answer, but why is black literary authors, man, why are they snubbed so much in the industry?
I don't know, man. See, people, you have to realize it's going to be the top of the barrel and the bottom of the barrel in every genre. In hip-hop, you're going to have you're going to have the people that's not as talented and you got the top, right? But it seems like we get thrown all in one barrel.
Right.
If they read a bad book, they say all the rest of it is the same way.
Right.
All of the smut, cursing, bad writing.
Traditional, like typical themes, right?
But it's like that in every genre.
Right.
It's some bad romance books. You know what I'm saying? Some
course.
bad mystery books. But what about the top? What about the upper echelon? And that's what we play at. So it's just a bad rap that we don't deserve because we have some stars in the genre.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who are some of your contemporaries that are stars, man?
Ashley Antoinette is the best. That's my wife.
Yeah, of course.
But Kwan Foy is amazing. I don't really read too much. I'm too busy writing.
Right.
Kwan is good. Sister Soldier is a monster.
You know, I'm gonna tell you, man. The one dominant book that has changed most of our lives is Alex Haley's
Absolutely.
autobiography of Malcolm X. When did you read that?
I read that when I was younger.
Right.
Yeah, and we talking about
when
Malcolm
you read
Little.
that, man. When you read that, because like you talked about reading like Sister Soldier, The Coldest Winter, and the whole nine, and like they're writing shit like that.
Yeah.
But when you pick up the autobiography of Malcolm X, you know this is
man.
some other shit.
It was so powerful because you know he came from Detroit. That's up the road.
Yeah.
And
Detroit Red, right?
Yeah, Detroit Red, Malcolm Little. And he just come from this harsh background. He was like one of the, premier pimps. Like he doing the worst shit you could do as a man, as a black man, right? And he turned it to something so beautiful, so powerful, so anti-establishment. That was so honorable because he went from one extreme to the next.
The leader of a nation.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Great man.
Yeah.
Great man. I love that book, by the way.
How do your books do overseas, man?
I don't know. I don't think it's coming, but I don't think we ain't making noise over there yet.
Right.
But we'll work hard and try to do it. Next year maybe it's a different story.
Okay. Now I know you don't like to mention names, but a name came up.
Oh man.
And he's a legendary name.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Rick Ross rapped about him, and you know what I'm saying, a lot of legendary rappers rapped about him.
Yeah.
You know, Big Meech, man.
Yeah.
I heard you have a relationship with him, man.
Yeah, he a great man. He wrote me a couple times.
Right.
We keep it at that.
Right.
We keep it at that. He a great man.
Is there possible?
They need to release him. They need to free Big Meech.
Really?
Yeah, because I think he can do better on the outside than the inside.
Is there a possibility that you might write his story?
I don't know.
If he said,
I don't even like to talk about stuff like that.
But you know, you've been listening to the show,
yeah,
my dude. For how many years? You know, I'm gonna ask. You know, I'm not gonna softball you.
Yeah, I know.
You know, but if the opportunity came for you to write his book, man, how would you approach that, man?
I don't know, man. That's I don't know. It'd be a great story,
right? Yeah. So let me flip it around, man. What stories that are out there that you would love to write about? Like name some names of people that has inspired you that you would love to write about.
You know what?
If you had the rights to the book, man.
Yeah, you know what, man? I want to write. I'm gonna tell you this. I want to write Fat Joe book. I think he got some great stories, and I know a gangster.
He's an amazing storyteller.
Yeah, I know a gangster when I see him.
Right.
You know what I like about Fat Joe? He smile.
Yeah.
You know, the gangster smile. He cut from my cloth where you ain't got to be the tough man.
Yo, Joe, you know what? You know what? We got this PR people.
Yeah, we got to connect. Yep.
I got
I like Joe. I want to do
Rock Nation. Let's do this, man.
Yeah. And
Rock Nation. I need a cut. I need a cut.
I like Wait, let me tell you this about Nas, right?
Right.
We had a meeting with his manager.
Well, let me tell you this about Nas.
Okay.
Let me tell you this about Nas. So when I got my book deal, my agent was Judd Lahi.
Okay.
And Judd Lahi was at ICM, so I was technically signed at ICM.
Okay.
And what got us to sign to ICM was the fact that our literary agent, Judd Lahi, had the rights to Nas's autobiography. And he was like, yo, this shit is almost done.
Yeah.
This shit is almost done. This shit is almost done. And it never happened.
Yeah.
So it's funny that you mentioned Nas, man.
Yeah. I think his story would be a phenomenal story.
Right.
But what I do want to say about, because these stories don't get told, like, I sat with his manager. He's a good guy. I think his name was Tony. He a good hustler. He looked Mexican. He's a hustler, right? And we sat. We told him what we was trying to do. He went back. He talked to Nas. He came back. He said, "Yo, Nas was like, yo, are they black?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Yo, let's do it. Yo, for that, that's like nepotism in a different way.
Yeah, it's black privilege.
Yo, and I love it.
The rare times when black privilege works.
Yeah, that never happens.
Right.
When Nas was like, yo, they black, let's do it.
Right.
Right? And I just, even though that it didn't go through because his situation, our situation, it didn't coincide.
Okay.
But I always respect him for that.
Right. Who else?
I want to do. I think Jay will make like an amazing business book, right? And I think I'm the dude to do it because I understand the root of the hustle,
Right.
right?
What were you working on a project with our beloved
Yeah,
Taxstone?
Yo, free
Stones.
tax, man. Listen,
Free Tax, man.
let me tell you something about Tax, man. He's so intelligent. He's so intelligent, and some of the shit that
And he's so ghetto too.
That's my nigga, man.
Right.
I fuck with Tax. I don't got no problems with him. That's my nigga, right? He was actually supposed to come to Flint. He was gonna do something for the young boys. See, that's stuff that people don't put in the media.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And how intelligent he is. We was working on documentaries. I think 2 days after we announced our project, the unfortunate situation happened.
Right.
You know, it's unfortunate that somebody passed, and rest in peace to them.
Right, of course.
You know what I'm saying? I don't wish death on nobody. But I'm just talking, I don't know. I know Tax.
Right.
And I'm saying he a good dude. You know what I'm saying? And I just really think, I think he gonna get through it, man. If he shake this one off, he coming out like Pac.
How far did y'all come along with that project, man? Or was it just a concept?
No, we done.
Y'all done?
Yeah, we done.
Listen, New York, what up?
Listen, man.
Yo, we been working. Me and Tax been talking about this joint a year and a half.
Yo, listen, man.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, man, you know you got a home, right?
Yeah, man. I appreciate
you know
that.
you got a home.
Absolutely.
And you know what? I've been hearing throughout the hallways of the engine room, man, that we need to do a collaboration, man.
Yeah, we gonna work, man.
Nah, for real.
Yeah, I would love that.
I mean, listen, man. I mean, the thing, and after this episode off air, I'll show you what I'm working on, man. But,
Okay.
But 2017, man, it's like, let me own this. Like, I understand the impact of the Combat Jack Show on podcasting, right? And I'm really appreciative that people are coming in the game. Shout out to Rap Radar and Nori, and not to let it's the real who's been doing this before us, but like everybody that's in the game right now. I'm glad that we helped make this thing an option. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, listen.
But in 2017, man, it's like I want to expand the dimensions of what we know as Black podcasting.
Raise the bar higher.
Like I want to build. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be a 1-floor condo.
Yeah, I think it's coming, man. When I think of podcast, I think of Combat Jack. I really think you the father of it, man. And I ain't just saying that. I fuck with you, man. I think that shit is phenomenal. I think what you do in your journalism skills, that's what impresses me.
Yeah, how's it feel? How's it feel, man? Yeah. Like being on the other side and now we into. How's that feel, man? Is this shit surreal or what, man?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yes, my nigga. Yes. Yo, you got to talk about how you kicked down the door with Hollywood, man, because we're talking about you as this superstar. You know what I'm saying? This phenomena in the literary world, in black literary world, but Hollywood, man.
Yeah, it was. Hollywood was hard to get into.
Were you actively trying to get into it?
Yeah, since we found out that we were pretty good,
right?
We've been trying, and Hollywood is like it's half timing, and then it's like a talent, of course,
right?
But then it's the vouching system. Right.
Tell us about the story you were telling us off air, man.
Yeah, so
one of the most amazing. You got it.
Yeah,
that scene you got to put in the movie, man.
Yeah, no doubt. We might do it.
Yeah,
right. So
you got to do this. This is important. For the culture, especially the culture and the climate that we're living in right now.
Absolutely.
Because you and I, from that story, and I just overheard it, man, like you and I do have a mission as people that are out here and that have a voice. We got to unite not just our people. We got to unite everybody.
Absolutely.
Because you never know where that door is going to open, man. Please, you got to share this story, man.
Absolutely. So, this is actually how I became a fan of you, because I don't fly. Like, I stopped flying for like 4 years. So on this particular day, you can actually Google it. I think ABC did a story on it. I was going from Detroit to Dallas.
Right.
And I came in. It was like a early morning flight, so it wasn't a lot of people on. So I came on, and then this Arab guy came on. You know, he had the full beard, the hat thing. I think it's yeah, he had that on. And, you know, me instantly thinking like 9/11. I'm looking at him funny. You know, I'm a nigga in first class. He looking at me funny.
And he's in first class too, right?
Yeah, we're the only two in first class. So he gave me a little look. I gave him a look.
So there's tension between y'all.
Not really tension, but I was looking at him and he was looking at me like,
what the fuck you looking at?
Yeah. It was obviously something, right?
Right.
So about 20 minutes into the flight, the plane dropped. Boom.
It's dropping like
it dropped like
hundreds
yo,
of feet.
listen, combat. I thought I was going to die. You hear me? And yo, listen. I can't explain it. I reached out my hand. He reached out his hand, and we just started praying together. I don't know this man from Adam. So the plane straightened up, and the pilot explained that it was an unauthorized skydiving plane that came into view. He had to drop.
Right.
So nothing was wrong with the plane, but he had to drop.
He had to drop. It wasn't weather conditions or anything.
No. You can look it up. It's crazy, right? So
he basically ducked a skydiving plane.
Yeah, I mean dropped. I mean, this not just little. Like he dropped hundreds of feet. Like it was crazy.
Listen, God. I've heard so many stories about planes dropping. And a plane crash does not scare me as much as the plane drop, because you live past. That's trauma.
Yo, listen, it made me stop flying.
Right.
But anyway, the plane straightened out, and me and this guy, I said, yo, I'm sorry. He said, yo, I'm sorry too.
Sorry for what?
For judging.
Right.
I judged him. I
And
did not know
you.
that man.
Right.
Yes, I did not know that man from Adam, and I was dead wrong. That's why I never do that again. And he judged me. He judged me. He thought I was just another
nigga in first class. Like, what you doing in first class?
Yeah. And he admitted it. I admitted it. We talked the whole way to Dallas. And we
you
became
told what
friends.
you did?
Yeah, I told him what I did. I had a book in my briefcase.
Which book?
It was Cartel.
Okay.
Right?
And what did he tell you what he did?
Yeah, he was he was a producer.
Okay.
Right? So but he do like local television shows, nothing too big. Right? And we kept in contact, emailed. He said, yo, I read the book. I never read a book like this. I loved it. And he actually, a couple years later, he said, yo, I want you to meet somebody. He introduced me to somebody. They introduced me to my agent, which is 50 Cent's agent, movie agent.
Right.
Got me a deal. Me and my wife a deal with Warner Brothers and Universal.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You know your life is not typical, man. The trajectory of your life is not some trajectory. I mean, not some normal shit, man.
It's normal to me.
When wifey put the 9 on his lap.
Yeah.
That
was 9-piece.
That was it.
She's beautiful. She's beautiful. Yeah.
That's crazy. So what projects are you working on? What's the difference between the book world and Hollywood, and what projects are you working on?
All right, so I'm not at liberty to talk about it, but we have a Warner Brothers situation. We're working on a Haitian family. Yo, it's phenomenal. You hear me? It's phenomenal with Warner Brothers.
You know I'm Haitian, right?
Yeah, I know.
So
I couldn't wait to tell you.
So
we'll talk about it.
We'll do it.
We'll talk about it. You're going to love it. You're going to love it once I break it down. Yeah, so we doing our life story with Universal, right? So these, and I'm as a lawyer now. Yeah. These deals aren't exclusive where you can't fuck with exclusively with Universal and Warner Brothers. No, you know what? It was we were talking to these two companies. They were the last two companies left, and we was like, yo, who are we going to sign with? And yo, we just have a phenomenal agent, Kyle. Right? He got us the ball. He got us both deals. So we signed 2 deals within 2 weeks of each other.
Wow.
Yeah, he got us both deals.
How's those Hollywood checks, man?
I love it. It's like no other.
It's no other.
Yeah. It's good. It's good.
Yeah. So
I'm excited.
So when might we see the light of day with regard to some of these projects?
I don't know. It's coming, though.
It's coming
very soon.
How close are you to some of these releasing, man?
I can't
2019,
nah,
2018, 2017.
Pilot season be right around the
pilot
corner.
season. Oh yeah.
You'll hear about it.
So we're gonna see your shit before the Black Panther movie, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now I've also read that you've taken a turn in directing.
Yeah. I directed 2 films, right? But I pulled them off the shelves because I wanted to, like, at first I thought, we thought like this, like, yo, Hollywood not going to fuck with us.
Right.
Yo, we're going to put our own money up. Yeah. We're going to put our own bread up and we just going to shoot it.
Right.
So that's what we did. No favors. took our own bread, shot 2 full movies, and we just was
So
content with that.
So you sit on 2 birds right now, man.
Yeah, but I'm gonna resell them.
Right.
You understand? So like,
get the name up, maybe do a deal with Netflix or something like
just wait.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, you got an agent. I'm not an expert in the field.
Yeah, so I mean, the stakes are raised now.
Right.
So those are like irrelevant. Like now, we got potential to make some of the most groundbreaking things in a long time. Like we don't have that. Like our generation don't have the dead presidents, Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, and John Singleton, that's my man, by the way. He's
Boys
phenomenal.
in the Hood, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny, man. My son who just turned 20 this past weekend, so yo, Pops, I just saw Menace. It's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then he just started talking about all the other movies, like, you know, New Jack City.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he loved Paid in Full, and it's just so seeing how the next generation is hungry for shit that speaks to their generation. That's not, I mean, what movies do we have right now? I mean, listen, I think Hollywood, like black people, particularly in this year, is kind of cliche, especially since last year was, you know, Oscar so white now that the hashtag is Oscar so black. I don't know if it's that guilt thing, but the quality of movies that they're getting specifically for the black audience, I don't think the kids have. No. So other than like, you know, say Straight Outta Compton.
That was phenomenal.
You know, and even Hidden Figures. Hidden Figures is an amazing movie, but I don't know if that speaks to the kids.
Yeah, we just need our generation of the streets. I only can speak for the streets. There are some beautifully made black movies out.
I just saw Moonlight the other day, man.
Yeah, that was cool. I just, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? It focused on the wrong thing.
Right.
But I'm for it. I'm behind it. Anything black, I'm with it.
Right.
You understand? So we have great black movies, but we don't have those movies that speak from the gutter, from the belly of the beast. We don't have the bellies, the in too deeps. You know.
Damn, you said in too deep, man.
Yeah. We gon' do that.
Right.
Yo, Reg, we gonna do that.
No, I believe you.
Yeah, we're gonna do it, and we're gonna keep on working, and we're gonna keep on grinding.
I believe you, man.
Yeah.
Last question, man.
All right.
Top 5 MCs.
All right. Tupac. Right, because when he said "Dear Mama," and when he said, "Even though you a crack fiend, you a black queen," right? My mom was that.
He spoke to you
because he made it cool. I was like, "Yo, somebody else going through that." So that Pac was always like, "Man, I love Pac." I'm like, "Yo, that's my brother," because he going through the same shit I'm going through. This me hearing it as a little boy. I think it came out when I was 9 to 10.
Damn.
Yeah, so that would always be my favorite. Biggie, his storytelling, Nas, the Dayton family out of Flint, Michigan. Forever. Dayton family out of Flint, Michigan.
Well, now who's in the Dayton family, man?
Bootleg.
So you got to name one, because we had somebody that came up and was like, yo, I want to say Black Star. I want to say Wu-Tang. It got to be one. It can't be no group, man.
No, Bootleg and Shoestring. It was my favorite, man.
Okay.
They like together.
Right, okay.
They phenomenal. And
the last one.
I can't. Yo, okay, I'm gonna tell you, Nas, but yo, the new Fab.
I'm glad you mentioned Fab.
Yo, the new Fab.
Fab is probably the most underrated,
of
consistent.
all time.
Like he's been in the game since what? 2098.
We talking about Clue tapes.
Mace.
Fab
he dropped the same day as Blueprint 9/11.
Yeah. Yo, Fab is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Me and Fab supposed to be doing something too, man.
Word.
Yeah, Fab got to stop playing, man. Me and him, we've been working on something.
Stop playing, my
nigga. But he's phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's in my. I don't hear people putting him in the top 5, but they should,
right?
Because they stuck on that old rap,
right?
Like, yo, but think about what he's done for the last 7 years.
Consistent,
He been feeding the streets
and not selling out.
Yeah, man, he phenomenal, man. He gonna go down as one of the best, man. He Jay to me. He like another Jay.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes you want Jay to be on that old shit.
Yeah.
That's the old shit.
Yeah, like Reasonable Doubt Jay.
Danny, you know what? It's funny, man. I was in Cali this past summer.
Okay.
And Cali niggas was like, yo, you from Brooklyn, man. Like,
who
did Jay pass the torch to? And I was like, Fab. And they was like, yeah. We all agreed. It was like Fab. Like, you know what I'm saying? That might not be the most popular opinion, but that's the realest opinion.
Jay in my top 5 too, by the way.
Yeah, I mean,
but,
you can't have 9 niggas in your top 5.
I'm sorry, man.
You can't have 9 niggas in your top 5, Quavo. Yo, listen, you're JaQuavis Coleman, man. This has been an honor.
My
I'm
pleasure.
glad this happened, man. Like wishing you continued success, man.
Thank you, my brother.
Let's change the game, man.
Let's do it.
For real, let's change the game, man. And like I said, man, my thing is, sometimes I'm hard to lock in.
Yeah.
Once you lock in, man, we breaking bread, man. Come through. If we got another guest, man, come guest host with us, man. So, and I got to meet Ashley, man.
Absolutely.
I got to hear her side, man.
Wonderful person.
I got to hear the person that changed your life, my nigga.
Yeah.
You know
I'm
what I'm
introduce you.
saying? Yeah, please. So are you still in Michigan, man? You still in?
Yeah. Based out of Michigan.
Yeah. How's Michigan right now? I heard it's changing up like crazy.
It's
Gentrification is hitting it, right?
yeah.
Properties crazy.
Yeah, it's home, but I think we're gonna come back.
Right. Our girl, like the initial Combat Jack show, Ride or Die.
Oh, where?
NY Delight.
NY Delight.
Like she rocked with us like half of the first season.
Detroit.
But she was so gully.
Yeah.
Like she was the only chick on the show. She was gully than everybody. I was like NY, you scaring everybody. So but she really, planted her DNA in the show, man, and she moved back to Detroit, and I'm heard she's doing amazing things right now, man. She's into fitness, and she's got
heavy in the community too.
Heavy in the community. She's got this kind of like a soul cycle thing, and a dance. So like y'all should really connect, man. Like NY, like her hashtag is NY Delight, man. Amina Daniels, man, beautiful chick,
dope,
and definitely, and she's always repped. Even though I don't understand the NY Delight thing, but
she glowed up too. I see you NY Delight.
Nah, she was always glowed up.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we all thirsty, my nigga.
Hugging on something. Salute.
No, she was always. Nigga, you didn't see that when she used to come to the studio.
She used to be discreet.
Yeah, she was discreet, but
but she bad.
Let me let the thirst out. Like
let it out.
Let me let it out, man. NY Delight probably got the sexiest tattoos I've ever seen. No. You're not. You interrupted, man. Let me finish the sentence. She got the illest tattoos I've ever seen. Like, first of all, her body is immaculate.
Shea butter
from the yoga and just the
shea butter,
right? But she got these two fucking guns on each hip, and I'm like, that's the gulliest shit I've ever seen. Your NY Delight, man. We love you, man. Thank you for contributions to the Combat Jack Show, man. Yo, Quavo, man, thank you so much, man. And I look forward to seeing you and breaking bread with you, man.
Likewise.
Yes, sir.
Let's work.
Yo, man, listen.
Are we on a run right now? Are we on a run right now? Niggas are trying to throw dirt on our name last year.
I want to make my acting debut with this brother.
A word?
I'll let my hair out.
Nah, fuck
I
your hair.
my shit. I perm my shit.
How about if he says you got to cut your shit?
I cut it.
Bald.
I cut it.
Okay.
I cut it.
There you go. Yo, listen.
This is dope, man.
Yeah.
This is super dope.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Internets, man, you know what it is, man. Dream those dreams and then man up, woman up, and live those dreams. Because a life without dreams is black and white. And the universe flows in technicolor and surround sound and ringtones, my nigga. Let's go.
B Quarter, what up?
Illuminati!
This episode of the Combat Jack Show was produced by Jonathan Mena, executive produced by A. King and Chris Morrow, engineered by Samir Karan, and recorded in the Engine Room Audio Studio in downtown Manhattan. This is an official Loudspeakers Networks production.